Hi, friends, and welcome to Brick House Bones, episode 36. I can't believe we have recorded and shared all these exercise videos together. This is where I give you 4 new exercises every week on the Brick House Bones strategy of strength, posture, power, and balance. So I have 4 really great ones. So these next 3, today and the next 2 videos, I picked the best of what's to come. So these are going to be my favorites. I really think these are powerful, important exercises that you can incorporate into your bone health routine. And I have an announcement at the end today, so please watch the whole video. Announcement at the end about what is coming with the new and improved Brick House Bones method. So stay tuned to the end of the video for that. You will need a towel for your forehead. We're going to be laying on the floor. If you don't do well getting on the floor, that's okay. You can choose to do this exercise up against a wall. So there's always a variation. So we'll be on the floor. You need a weight. Hey, if you're just starting, start with a light weight, or you can use a heavier weight if you're more experienced. So we're going to use a weight for our balance exercise, and we're going to be doing a form of a step up that is really good for our hips. So some step that you can use will be helpful for that exercise as well. We're going to go through each exercise together, a full round, 1 round of all 4 exercises. Okay, well, welcome. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Lisa. I'm a physical therapist and I'm a specialist in osteoporosis exercise. And this is part of the series where I try to share the variety of things that you can do to help make yourself strong and resilient against fractures. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And to all of you that are liking and sharing and commenting, your support means the world to me. I thank you. Let's get started. All right, we're going to start on the floor for our posture exercise. We're doing a prone, which means on our stomach, angel. So I'll show you my back. We will be in this face down position, reaching up over our heads, hovering our hands above the floor, and then bringing them back down, turning the palms outward as we do so, coming up as we go. So if you don't do well getting on the floor, then get up against the wall, lift your arms off the wall, and do this in that position. And I really want you flush up against the wall if that's the case. So forehead right on the wall, you can put a towel there. For the rest of us, we'll get down on the floor here. And I like to have a towel available for my forehead. So for anyone that has neck issues and doesn't do well holding their head up because it irritates their neck, then rest your head on the towel. Now, if you can, and if it's available to you, we will lift our head straight off the floor because this strengthens the neck. This strengthens our postural muscles. This helps reduce the hump we get. So if you can do it, even if it's only for a few repetitions, it's great. If you start to have any discomfort or just a lot of fatigue, then rest your head on your towel roll. So you have those options to do what your body needs. Okay, so I'm starting here with my palms up, and then we're going to rotate the palms down, lifting off the floor, reaching overhead, coming back, keeping them high off the floor, and then meeting with the palms up behind the back. Okay, now I'm lifting my head up to hold, reach number 2, and coming back, we're going for 8. Reach number 3. These are challenging, and I often tell people you can rest after each rep. Lift, reach, come back, rest. We're on number 5. I think by now you know I'm not an accountant. Number 6. This is a powerful posture move. 7. It's challenging. It's challenging for me. Last one here. 8. Keep that good quality. Good. Now, pushing up. That creates a lot of tension here. So what I like to do anytime I've done that, if it's safe for you to do this gentle, long spine child's pose, Just do 1 or 2 of those. That just takes that tension right out. That's one option to do after you do those prone angels. I always have my clients do that. Or hug one knee into your chest. 10 seconds there. Release that leg. Hug the other knee into your chest. 10 seconds there. Release that leg. And just loosen up that tightness in the low back if you have any of that tension. It's completely normal after that type of exercise. Just know that. And that's 2 ways to just loosen that area up safely if it feels tight. All right, next up we're going for our suitcase carry with narrow walking. Now this is something that happens in real life. So this is a very important balance exercise to train. Suitcase carry means we're going to have one weight in our hand while we're walking an imaginary narrow path. I'm just going to slide that out. So I imagine a balance beam that I have to walk on, or this could happen in a grocery store parking lot or somewhere where you're carrying groceries and you have to get into a tight space. So walking 1 foot in front of the other on an imaginary balance beam with a weight in one hand. You get to decide how much weight you feel comfortable with. So 5 or 6 steps forward, and then if you can, 5 or 6 steps backwards to your start point. Notice I'm not rushing, taking our time here. Good. Now you have to put it in the other hand. In the other hand, remember to be up tall. Same thing, moving forward in a very narrow path, like you're on an imaginary balance beam. Fortunately, we're not. Hopefully none of you are. After watching the Olympics, you can see how incredibly hard that is, how incredibly talented those athletes are. They're so inspiring. There we go. And backwards. Because we need to be able to confidently move in all directions. Very good. So that's our balance component exercise today. I'm coming back down onto the mat for our side plank. We have 2 lateral moves today. The next one is going to be a lateral move also. And we do side to side and lateral moves because we know how that targets the hip and helps improve or reduce our odds of having a fall to the side. So very, very important to strengthen and move in lateral or side to side directions. So I'm going to show you 3 versions of a side plank that you can attempt. We want the elbow to be right under the shoulder. So a lot of times I'll see people put it out here. That's a lot harder on the shoulder. We want to stack your weight right on top. And then I like to put the palm down so I can really grip through that whole forearm to support me. Level 1 is with the knees bent and together. We don't want the knees too far forward. You want to try to get a straight line from your shoulder to your hip to your knees as much as possible. And then I put the other hand on my hip and I remember to move my head back and my shoulder back and then lift up the hip. So we're doing a side plank. We're contracting the muscles down here. We're holding tension for 10 seconds. You may feel that up a little in the shoulder. That's not unusual. You can adjust the position a little bit and see if you can make it better, moving it in or out, wherever it feels the best. 10 seconds. Good. So that's version 1. Version 2 is to do the bottom leg bent and the top leg straight. So that's a little bit harder. Version 3 is to have your feet side by side. So I have the top leg forward, lifting like so for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you see the little corrections I make along the way as I catch myself. And as you're aware and as you're able to catch yourself, you can do the same. Now there is a fourth version where you can stack your feet. I like to have the feet 1 foot in front of the other. So checking, elbow position, hand position, shoulders back, lifting up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So that works kind of some side core and hip stability. It's a really great exercise for that, for working these muscles that are more on our side. We tend to do a lot on the front, a lot on the back, not enough on the side, except in Brick House Bones because I always include it. All right, last one is our lateral step up. Again, we're moving in a lateral direction because that's where most hip fractures occur, are a fall to the side or in a lateral direction onto the hip. And we want to strengthen and make ourselves more robust, moving side to side so we can avoid that. So step 1 is step onto the step and make sure you leave room for your other foot. And then all the way down. Big step. And using the step, the taller the step, the more ground reaction forces you have. So this is different than a forward step because the muscles are working in a different way. So increase ground reaction forces with a taller step. If you need to start with a lower step, absolutely okay. If that's not hard enough for you, if you don't feel challenged, you can grab your weight and do it with more load. This also adds increased ground reaction forces. So we consider that impact, that load. Increased ground reaction forces is impact, even though we're not jumping. We don't need to jump to get that. We're adding height and we're adding load. So for that, done probably close to 10. I would do 10 on one side, and here we'll go and do 10 on the other. Side to side, lateral step ups, with or without load, choosing a height that works for you. 6, good job you guys, 7, 8, when you do it with me, 9, last one, 10. You get the benefit of incorporating these new moves into your brain and your body, of learning these new moves. So then as you're exercising throughout your week, oh yeah, I had that new exercise. I really like that side plank. Or I've been only doing forward step ups. I need to do that lateral step up. So you'll incorporate it into your programs. All right, thank you. That's this week's Brick House Bones. Here's the announcement. So I'm filming up through week 40, and then from there, I'm starting the new Brick House Bones method series, a weekly series. I'm not exactly sure. I think it'll be approximately 6 weeks, but this is going to be ideal for beginners to say, this is where I want you to start. These are the exercises you really need to master. This is the way that you need to work to be really safe. Here's that program, all delivered for you on YouTube for free. So if you're happy about that, leave me a comment below. I love it. You motivate me so much. But you all told me you wanted it. You all told me you would be interested. I'm so, so grateful for your feedback. I thank you so much. I am building it. I'm in the process. I'm very, very busy in the clinic, but I'm doing the best I can to get this product and this information out to you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.